Hi, everybody, and we are in the books on the Xi Jinping Donald Trump summit in Beijing. Certainly one of the most consequential summits that we have witnessed in a long time. And yet, very little concrete has come out of it. And on balance, I think most observers are very comfortable with that. The Chinese leader did, of course, bring up Taiwan very directly and dramatically, and President Trump was well advised and actually listened to his advisors not to say anything substantive in response. He made literally no news on Taiwan, and that is the best plausible outcome that could have occurred. A territory that is thousands of miles away from the United States, that the U.S. government officially does not recognize as a sovereign government, but does not want to be part of China. And this strategic ambiguity, the one China policy, is hard to navigate in the best of times. This not being the best of times, changing the status quo would have been a problem for the U.S. long term, and Trump wisely took the advice of those around him and did not do so. The big takeaway is that the Chinese president came out and talked about a Thucydides trap, which implies that the United States is in decline and that China is rising, and that war needs to be avoided. And historically, most of the times you've seen such an equivalent geopolitical environment, you get a major conflict. I understand why Xi Jinping would want to frame it that way. Trump said, yeah, he said they're in decline, but it's because of Biden, not because of me, and now we're winning everywhere. But actually, it's not true. What's happening in the world is that American allies are in decline. Their productivity is slipping dramatically. Their demographics are mostly poor. They're not investing adequately in technology or yet in defense. And the Americans are. The U.S. has the global reserve currency, the only global military with true global reach, and the only major AI power other than China. And they're competing pretty heavily in that the most important area of technological revolution in the world today. So the idea of a Thucydides trap is wrong. The reason why we're in a G0 world today is because the United States is unilaterally withdrawing from its global leadership. And that is a big deal.